Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. This is Joe, the bearded historian. He'll tell you an interesting story. Be careful of his soldiers, they can be brats. This is Angel, she's an entity. She'll cause chaos and plant her hands at you. This is Sue, she likes spirits, not the alcohol. She's the reason this channel exists. This is David, he likes fire trucks. He's here occasionally. Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. We preserve his story. Okay, we found a Pioneer Trails Regional Museum in North Dakota. We're gonna go peek inside. We got a dog yelling at us. I'm coming. No, you don't. You know nothing. Hi, doggo. Yes, we're in North Dakota. Mostly because it was rainy. We decided a museum would be fun. We decided this after we passed all the museums we'd already seen. And because North Dakota was north. Are you ready? Am I ready? It's Monday. We have another museum tour. This one is a Pioneer Museum in North Dakota, if I remember correctly. I'll have to look that up and put it in locations, but I'll do that. But before that, shout out time. Here's a shout out just for you. You support me, so I support you. The shout out is for our friend. Let's see who it is today. Grabbed something called Fancy Dress, which basically everybody costumes, which I think is funny and hilarious in all kinds of ways. Alright, here we go. Looks like everybody's in animals today. I see a dinosaur for Gen X, at least, no, that's a cat, sorry. Cat for Gen X. Not sure what popcorn is. I'm not even sure what any of these are. Laura is a princess. Mine looks like a sumo wrestler. Goat is a turtle. Gamer is a bee. Seeking is Santa. Oh, my eyes are watering so bad I need to take some medicine. Myers, I think you're another sumo wrestler. Pasadena is a kangaroo. Oh, trending. Okay, trending. Now see, trending is on this morning. Trending is connecting pet channel. Let's see. Morning. People's, I need to wash my phone. Free my phone again. That's not what I want to do. That's what I meant to do. Go here. There we go. Upload variety. Weekly tutorials on making stuff, live stream on DIY, painting, ASMR, fruit, cooking, plants. So very, very random. I've seen mostly what I call connecting. This is ASMR, of course, today. And of course, everybody is connecting. So if that's what you like, check out trending. Like, share, comment. Have a good day. Those are cool.
Still sign for me on here too.
No.
It's coming.
Nope, he's not, Dan.
Started trending.
Okay.
Study. It's a scavenger hunt.
Interesting. That's kind of fun. Interesting way to get people a discount.
ATV tours.
Which way do we want to go?
Let's start with the rights.
Rights it is. Farming. It's a nice big basket, but it's very prickly. Hand-tied bale. Wired bale. I can read. I skipped a whole word. I never thought about it, but I didn't know that there were steam tractors.
Yeah.
It makes sense
The
that
thing
there
I
were
think is
steam
interesting
trains,
is that
but
they would walk 16 to 20 miles a day
well,
behind a plow pulled by teams of horses or oxen to break up the soil.
he's better than I am. I can't walk that much a day.
It's crazy.
I want to try to remember to grab a picture of that Bowman. I didn't realize that they actually had that.
What?
The Bowman.
Oh yeah.
The little statuette thingy
That was
we
cute.
saw. It never crossed my mind that they were so literal with the name. Minnesota State Inspector Certificate. Well, why are Minnesota inspecting it? Tarp shack was constructed of poor grain lumber, nailed across 2x4 studs. Tempered. Tar. I can read. Why am I trying to read?
I don't know. See, this is what a lot of these structures up in Tinton still have on the outsides of their place, because that's all that's left. But it's held out for, a number of years.
Oh, wow. County of Slope, North Dakota. Immigrations, homesteads. Oh, there's the big trunk. I wouldn't touch that one though.
Mm-hmm.
It's unvarnished wood. You were going to get slivers.
Sliver 101.
You were going. Well, that looks cozy. What'd you see?
Well, it gives a lot of the detail. Homestead Act 1862. We talked about this in one of the things. By 1920, though, there were over 3,500 land laws.
It's a lot of laws.
Yeah.
They don't mean real laws, right? Those are what they call.
Those
Oh.
were real laws.
I know.
And it also modified different things. For example, instead of going for 5 years, you only needed to do 3 years. Part-time residency became acceptable. The first homesteader here in Bowman County was a W.C. Hanson, established the homestead on the southwest quarter of Section 22, Township 132, Range 100, 1903. Over 1,200 homesteads were filed by April of 07.
I think this is going to be like the 76, where we have to keep track of where we have been and where we haven't been.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we go straight down, we're going to miss something.
Yeah.
Shepherd, sheep teepee. I can read. Hello, teepee. Hello, sheep. I didn't know that sheep got their own teepee.
Yeah. Apparently they were kept in there from 12 to 24 hours after birth.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Bowman Wool House. It's like it's one of those wagons we saw
Yeah.
in Buffalo.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, and here's a picture of one. So that's what it was for.
Mm-hmm.
It was for sheepies.
Sheep herding.
That does make it less fun somehow.
Yeah.
Official South Dakota College Rodeo Club shirt from 1953. Okay, so we want to go this way or keep going?
I keep going along the
Okay.
wall, and then we'll take the next row and work our way.
Ooh, dresses?
I see. That's kind of pretty. Wedding dresses.
I kind of like this one. I don't know that I could wear it though. Not that it comes in my size. The blue one's kind of nice.
Yeah.
New display coming. Ooh, creepy dolls. Uh-oh. It's the wall of words. And bathrooms.
Yeah, let me leave the bathroom and I'll come back and read the wall of words.
Okay, I will pause it. Or down the...
Down this hallway right here.
Start at the bottom and work our way back up.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. For those of you who don't remember, we went to Holly.
The Bowman Holly Dam. Interesting.
I didn't realize there was a dam between the two.
Mm.
Interesting. Railroad crossing.
That guy's Scone. And Scranton.
Cars.
1915. That's kind of wild. It looks like a
Ooh, looks like
cornfield.
early
1910.
Holly.
Yeah.
Early Holly.
I have to look and see if any of those buildings are still there.
I want to say this one is. Because it kind of looks like that one that we stopped at.
Yeah. The Bowman Main Street. Rain. Which we'll go through on the way to Reader.
Also
D.W.
this.
Soderstrom.
Well, that one did everything, didn't it?
Yes. Marmarth, 1920. That almost looks like downtown Rapid back in the day.
It looks very prosperous.
Yeah.
I can say words.
Dollies.
Let's see, you want to go that way or this way?
We'll start. Look for the right out to the sea. That's the Valendere brothers. They buried a plate over by what is now a modern day pier.
Mm.
And it was discovered, yeah, it said 1913. Two theories exist. That one, that it was planted there by the Burundies, and another one was the Indians reburied it there. So take your pick.
Only history knows.
Yeah. Francois Antoine Lecourt. He was going for a voyage discovered to the Rocky Mountains and set off from the Annabois River in Canada.
You know what? We take a picture of all these and you can do like a web history on each one of them.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm just saying.
The history alone is kind of awesome.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Astoria.
Anyway, you want Joe to do that? Do it way back Wednesday on all these. We want to keep going around or?
Yeah. That's the guy that got mauled by the bear, and they thought he was going to die, so they left him, and he still, I think he crawled like 200 miles to get back to the fort. Actually, here it is, crawling as best as he could. Had started back south to Fort Kiowa, 350 miles away.
Oh, we're close.
Yeah. Chasing away wolves from reaching buffalo calf kill, eating wild plants along the way. He arrived at Fort Kiowa at the beginning of October, just in time to catch a boat north so he could return to Fort Henry and get revenge on those that had left him.
What?
Yeah. History lessons.
We want to do those ones or come back?
Yeah, we'll do these next.
Battle of Killdeer.
The 30th Wisconsin. Wow.
Captain James Liberty Fisk Wagon Train. Fort Tilts. Does it tilt?
Dilt.
I like tilts better.
Okay, we'll go with tilt. Fort Tilt. It leans a little bit.
I don't know why I said tilt when it starts with a D, but
Yeah.
I did. Ooh. To be continued, part 2.
Of course it came around.
Anyway, not that I fixed my foot.
The wagon train and their escort departed Fort Rice. They were following General Sully's and Holmes Trail. westward until they were at the point where Sully turned northward the cannonball towards Heart River. At this point, August 30th, Fisk turned off the trail of Sully and proceeded westward, blazing his own trail across unknown country. In the evening of September 1st, they made a camp along the dry creek, having traveled all day without water for themselves and livestock. This campsite is located west of present-day Amazon in North Dakota. At 10 a.m. the next day, they came across the flowing stream and stopped to water the livestock and have breakfast. After breakfast, the wagons proceeded to cross the stream in which they had stopped, and one wagon overturned. Two other wagons turned out of line to assist in getting the wagon upright, and the remainder of the wagon train proceeded onward. The rear guard was remained with the separated wagons. The wagon train only proceeded 2 miles when Indians attacked the rear wagons and the escort. Indians were members of the Four Horns and Sitting Bull's camp while making their way southward to find supplies in a winter campsite because Sully had destroyed their camp in the Killdeer Mountains. They just happened to come across Fisk's wagon train, and following the wagon train, they took the opportunity to attack the separate wagons and the small military contingent when it entered the breaks along Deep Creek. 3 immigrants and all 8 of the rear guard were either killed or mortally wounded. Only one teamster slightly escaped wounded. Sitting Bull, the young chief at the time, was also wounded and removed from the battle scene by White Bull, taken back to his Indian village about 6 miles distance. The wagon train, hearing of the Indian attack, corralled and then ran back to assist until Fisk, including Fisk's scout Jefferson Diltz. The wagons were captured and the contents taken by Indians. The fight lasted until near dark when the Indians departed and the immigrant escort dead, who could be found, were retrieved and taken back to the corralled wagons for burial after dark. The following morning, on September 3rd, the wagon train again proceeded westward, but shortly after starting out, the Indians again appeared, and after a running battle, they again stopped at a creek with a spring after traveling only 7 miles. The howitzer artillery pieces were used effectively in keeping the Indians at a distance. It was placed at a high spot and covered the movement of the wagon train until it passed, and then it was moved again forward. So they were fighting a standing battle, working their way forward.
My question for this is, if you were going to do way back Wednesday, would you start like March, because that's the first date I see over here, or would you do it like at the ending date, which is like right by your birthday? Because there's dates all the way in between.
Yeah, and I would probably start at the beginning and go all the way through.
Well, I know you would. I meant if you were to do, never mind. If you were trying to do like an anniversary piece.
Oh, yeah. With that, I'd probably stick it at the beginning when the whole thing.
I guess I wasn't explaining it very well, but I know you'd go through all of it because you kind of have to go through all of it.
Yeah. Hey, DeSmet.
DeSmet. I want to get there.
Yeah.
That would be one awesome museum.
Well, what's crazy is this is the guy that knew about gold before the Custer expedition found it. He was the one that also told the Native Americans, whatever you do, let nobody know where it came from, because it would basically be the beginning of the onrush as they knew it. And, well, unfortunately...
He was right.
Yeah. He died in 1873 in St. Louis, Missouri, 72 years of age.
Trains.
Trains.
More trains.
Northern Pacific Railroad Survey.
Ghost Dance of 1890, and the Death of the Sitting Bull.
They misspelled his name.
Of course they did. Whose name?
Gall. It's Gall.
Huh. They spelled it right here,
Yeah, yeah,
but they misspelled it here.
yeah. How would I know that? Lots of history.
No. A bigger historian knowing something?
Remember the expedition in 73. See, I remember when we did the talk up at Deadwood, when that one guy was talking about when they tried to do the railroad up in the northern area. That was this one here.
Right.
And they got so far, but then they started running into problems because, well, they couldn't get the Native Americans to agree to let the surveyors come on through. And so they started attacking the survey companies. That's what pretty much caused that one to stop. Well, then up comes the next attempt to try to do it again. That's when in June of 73. That one was 72. And so that's when the following year they said, well, let's just check out the Black Hills and see why everybody's so skittish.
Right.
Surprise!
Honestly, I think if they hadn't acted like they were hiding something, we would have just like went on through and not paid any attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, every time there's a sign, well, of course they're hiding something, like that one that says no metal detecting. Like, why not?
Hello,
It's the only
yeah.
sign we've ever seen like that.
Well, let's see, we've been here. Hey, we're heading there next. Been there. Have not been there yet. That sounds interesting on the Grand River. We've crossed the Grand River a couple times already.
I've seen that city on the map.
Hedinger, yeah. It's about 40 miles east of here, actually.
Bighorn Exploration in Yellowstone. Someday we will get there. Crooks. Oh, no, I said it right.
Yeah, Crook's Horse Meat March. This is where they actually got so low on supplies, they actually had to take and eat some of the horses, which not only was kind of bad for the soldiers, but also the Native Americans looked at it as kind of, why the hell would you do that to a horse? But this is up by Slim Buttes, and then they sent off a group of people to get more supplies down south to Fort Meade and return the supplies. A little Missouri expedition. The Nikonju villages of Lanier, which were located on the Rosebud. 77. Now, I've been to Fort Sully. That's over by, that's north of Pierre.
Someday.
Yeah. And of course, the Little Missouri River. We've been over there in Montana. Headwaters of the Heart River. Haven't been there yet. Someday. Little Wolf in the Northern Cheyenne.
Fort. I'm not even going to attempt. Thank you. Whoa. I did the same thing just a little bit ago.
You need to light it or something. You know?
It's big, and you see it when you come here, but you also forget it's there because it's almost the same color as the carpet.
Yeah. You need to paint it orange or something.
It does need to be another color.
Yeah.
Because I did the same thing with the other one on the other side.
Huh. Here's my Medora stage line that they were talking about. It would have worked for a short time, but the only problem is that...
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Back in that days, that was like $1 million.
Yeah. The thing that's funny is that they were hoping to get the permission to do the mail routes.
Right.
And when that fell through, they said, well, we can't effectively affordably pay for it. So they went ahead and they closed it up. Bob Roberts and Vic Smith helped erect the stage stations, and John Goodall. This is the one that went down through, starts with an M, Macy.
My brain went to Minnelusa for some reason.
Yeah. This is Kitty, Medora, Dakota, Deadwood. Those are the coaches, Concord coaches, very fancy outfits. They used level portions on the route, while 6 were hitched for rougher parts. Superintendent drove up and down the route, employing and discharging the men, looking at the supplies, equipment, horses, and the trail itself. What I also remember is that they tried 2 routes. Yeah, there's Macy's next stop was at Odell, where Alex Connell's ranch would later be established. On to Bull Creek, Macy's on the south of the road, Belfouche, Spearfish, ending at Deadwood. I remember seeing they actually did a rerunning of it. I think it was at the 100-year anniversary back in 1984.
Fun.
They took some horses and did a ride, yeah. That would have been kind of awesome to see. They said you could do the whole trip from Medora to Deadwood in 36 hours.
I'm sorry, that'd be a long time on horse.
Yeah.
I know that they weren't coaches and they could doze because it's kind of like a car ride, but still,
Yeah,
that's a long
it's a
time.
long ride. Yeah. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail.
And this would be one of Joe's roads. Give me the quotation marks, babes. Give me the quotation marks. Roads.
Quote, road.
See this? This is one of Joe's roads. These ones are the ones that make me nervous.
Yeah, those are. I would be skittish.
This one.
That is a road.
This one here is what I call a trail. Because we can technically follow it because it's deeper. This is not a road.
But that's tracks.
It's more like an input.
Sometime I'll have to break down and do a segment on what is a road, a street. Start with the interstate and work our way down. Interstate, highway, road, gravel,
Trail.
trail, / dirt, grass.
Goons. Ooh, the interactive one.
Oh, there you go.
That's fun. Do you find anything interesting? Oh, it goes through the different thingies that we ran.
Yeah.
That's fun. Ooh, salt shakers.
Oh, wow. Turtles. Turtles.
I see the turtles. I don't think those are salt shakers. Huh, I'm going to highlight a trail.
Oh, they don't have mine.
Of course they don't. Why would they want yours?
Okay.
There's the States Trail we just read about. There's Scully. No, I think you want that's information. I think you want the close. There we go.
Zoom in.
No, you zoomed out.
That's just weird. Whoever programmed it upside down and backwards, you're on your own. Uniforms.
Hello.
Emil Paul Ludwig, Spanish-American War.
I'm pretty sure the U.S. Army does not want me. Submarine.
Events around World War II, of course. Rosie the Riveter, being very patriotic. Angel would love that.
Yes, yes, you would. Is that the
Those
end?
Spaces, yeah.
Okay, these ones have stuff on them.
Yep.
Teachers. Vixen Theater. Oh, wow. Soldier bins.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hello, boys. This is kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, the dark. It's kind of cool to have little bios of what the guys did and stories too.
Some of them, yeah. Very cool.
Lunch with sea rations that we would put on top of the asphalt load to warm it up to be eaten at our work site.
All right, so we need to go to the Memorial Theater or no?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's neat.
What is this?
Oh, lefse. That's delicious, actually.
Cool. He knows what it
yeah,
is.
lefse is kind of like a kind of like a burrito shell,
Uh,
and they would you either coat it with brown sugar or just straight sugar, and then sometimes they would fold it, you know. But yeah, it's a Norwegian staple. Angel would hit you for this.
because I've studied lots of Norwegian.
Exactly. But you know, our immigrants came here with this stuff, and well, we've got the Scandinavian
That's
House
true.
of Scandinavia, and it tells how different people would make different types of lessons.
This is a different butter turn.
Yeah,
I like the little one.
little rounds.
I've never seen butter turns like that one.
I think it's kind of interesting how they got it for the measured size too. That's
Yeah.
kind of unique.
Cookbooks. Silver serving set.
Wow.
Oh, cribbage!
Cribbage. Now there's an ongoing thing. Little towns and stuff like Hoover.
Dollhouse. Oh, that's cool.
Oh wow.
Oh, that is so cool. Look.
Yeah.
Pictures of the people who made it, or the guy who made it.
Well, that's neat.
That is so cool. That is
Sink.
awesome sauces.
Yes.
See,
Christmas
I would
tree.
love the attic.
Yeah, even an attic. That's cool.
That is so cool.
Don't forget the soil.
That is so cool. Hey, anybody want a tractor?
God, that's a lot of tractors.
Oh, sharp objects.
Yes. Sanders. Even the manufacturing place, German, Sandusky Tool Company, Bailey, American Tool and Foundry. That is wild.
Wood carving, that's what I was.
Yeah, woodworking.
Woodworking, wood carving, whatever. Same thing.
Oh, I do. Potato plate.
I see that. There's some Rockies over here for Angel as well. Nice to see you. Every time I see one of those, I want to call it Trixie.
Yeah.
From like, from, what is that, Land Before Time?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember where I got that.
Well, let's complete our exhibit. Gundy, the Triceratops exhibit, will get a facelift. We want to replace the railing around the skeleton and provide a lifelike environment.
Interesting. Bunch of dino heads. Empty exhibit. Dinosaur plants. Ooh, bone. Oh, more rocks.
This is a femur. Oh, you can't touch it. For a hadrosaur, lived 65 million years ago. Oh, weird.
Rocks for the girl.
Microsate fossils. There's one right there.
I was gonna say, I see one right there. That's that one.
Yep, a mid-vertebra. Another one of it too. Dinosaur teeth. Well, this is the North Dakota Badlands, so it's pretty obvious that they would. Kind of like how we have our Badlands, they have their Badlands.
Multiple badlands.
Oh, look, they've got their own
Their little
work
lobby.
lab too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Frankenfelds.
There's for like $100, you can go out to one of their sites and dig,
Oh,
and then
wow.
come back out and then work in there to identify and catalog.
Funky.
Someday, maybe.
Girl.
Someday, maybe.
Oh, check this dude out. He cut most of his teeth, didn't he?
Step 4.
Oh yeah, I remember when we were a kid, they would show us how to do these back in at Garfield Elementary. This is fossils with remaining. Fossils with remaining. And the day turtle shell. Sequoia.
Some teeth, it says.
4 teeth, vertebrae, and 3 scutes. For crocodile. Huh.
See, I'm guessing that these are the lighter colored ones, right?
Yeah,
I would not have known.
what it is.
Especially like this one.
Yeah.
It looks like all the rest of the rocks. Which means I'd be a terrible scientist.
Yeah, you'd be like, you just stepped on something. What?
Is it a crab? Oh no, it's a crocodile.
Crocodile skull.
That was close. Sort of. Not really.
Here's your crocodile right there. Ding, ding.
Two vertebrae and 13 teeth. God, that must have been tiny, whatever it was. Hello. Alligator crocodile thingy.
I like how the cedar trees curve the way it is.
That is kind of cool. Makes me think of a musical note.
Yeah. Almost looks like one of those quarter rests.
See, I knew you would know it. I knew you would know it. I was expecting you to tell me. I was like, any minute now, he's going to tell me what I'm missing. Because we all know the historian, don't we? He's going to tell us something. It might be interesting, depending on who he is. Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
That's a horn.
Pronghorn. Ding, ding.
What is it? These things are dangerous.
I know. They need to, like I said, they need to paint them orange so you won't miss them. What do we got here anyway?
I don't know. I was trying to see when I tripped.
Oh, they look like leaves. They are. They're a type of leaf right there. Almost look like maple. Plant fossils from Hill Creek. What a name, right?
Very interesting name. Oh, shark.
Can you find the 3 ribs? Mollusar. Pure shale formation. Now, see, fossils like that, you can obviously...
Yeah, those ones I can...
Those are dead giveaways. Dead.
No,
giveaways.
All right, everybody, let's laugh at the historian's jokes. Maybe we can pretend like he's funny.
Polish knee slapper.
How many people rolled to your eyes? Leave it in the comments.
Now, the only problem I got with this map is the fact that, obviously, Rocky Mountains all the way through there. These mountains are still there, the Sierra Nevadas, but it's like, Black Hills right there, they're saying are the oldest mountains in the world because they've been able to wear down so many times and they're still up there. Which is why we still can pull fossils that other places are like, when did we get these? Well, that's right. Jurassic Park. And they're mineral.
Yeah,
People would be happy right here. So you have
the rocks that I was telling you about.
Yeah. Rose quartz. Lignite. Scoria. Granite.
Sandstone.
Concretion.
I don't know. You still love this dollhouse?
Yes.
It's
a
so
dollhouse.
cool. It's so detailed, though.
Yeah. And even the kid with the game down here and all the toys. There's even a baby in a crib.
Yeah.
And
It's
a
probably
baby in a dolly,
probably a
too.
doll's.
Yeah.
It's like this is like the playroom, and this is like the bedroom, music room,
Tray with cookies.
kitchen,
Yeah.
pantry, sewing room. I'm guessing grandma's bedroom. This is the Christmas room. I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah.
bathroom, dining room, fancy dining room,
That's what I'm thinking.
and that must be
The daughter's room, maybe?
maybe I was gonna say maybe mom and dad's, but I don't know.
I'm not sure. Oh, formal dining room.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. I know some places have 2 dining rooms. I've never quite understood that. Of course, we're about as formal as mud. Animals. Bisons, we've seen those. Horses, we've seen those. Gophers, we've seen those. Spiders, no thank you. Frogs, we haven't seen any of those. Grasshoppers, we've seen those. Deer, we've seen those. Porcupines, we've not seen those. Bunnies, we've seen those. That antelope looks like it's half horse. Fort Dilts. Wow. Okay, we definitely need to go this. Do you see these grave markers?
Oh, yeah.
Empty, full. Empty, full. I'm being weird. Oh, hello, soldiermans. Oh, wow. Wagon wheel, brass button, projectile points. Do you need arrowheads?
Where the heck are you?
I'll have to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's on the map.
Yeah.
Something with this much
History.
should be on the map. Look at this antelope over here, though. It looks like it's half horse.
Yeah, I can see that.
Conflicts. There were no conflicts. What are you talking about? Battle of the Badlands. Killer Mountain. Killdeer Mountain. I can read. Slim Boots. Which we've talked about a little bit. Map noises. Map noises.
Yeah, that's way over in. I mean, shoot, it says Idaho right there. Iowa
Yeah.
there. Although I think they screwed up.
Why?
This is supposed to be Wyoming.
Oops.
Mm-hmm. Because right there is where North Dakota and South Dakota would divide. That's the Black Hills. So yeah, whoever put that together slightly missed the state. Exactly.
You expect them to know something?
It's a museum, yes. It's like Gaul. We're going to spell it like the guys that fought the Romans.
What I think is funny is they got it right once and then got it wrong the second
Same,
time.
yeah, same card.
That's what I find funny. And again, this makes you wonder, what good is a historical degree if the people do not know what they're doing?
Mm. Well, the biggest problem I think you'd also have is that imagine one person having all the history, his head would explode off his shoulders. But
You mean you don't have all the history?
I had to do the dump on some of it.
Damn it.
Why do you think I was in the bathroom?
Well, that's kind of cool.
Oh, I know this, Nate. The Plant. They're a big family down by Pine Ridge and Rosebud. They also are excellent dancers.
Okay, that has got to be the creepiest picture I've ever seen of Wounded Knee.
Yeah. Actually, that's not Wounded Knee.
Well, I just said it because.
Yeah, it said that up there. This is Kicking Bear.
Well, whoever it is, it's a creepy picture.
Yeah. Assume this he brought the ghost dance from Volca in Nevada to Sitting Bull's people in Dakota Territory. This is what kicked off Wounded Knee. Now there's something I could do. I do the report on Wounded Knee.
I should look up the anniversary and find out when that is.
Yeah.
Oh, my noises.
Noises. He wasn't lying.
Cottonwood twigs. Cottonwood leaf. Wow, that is some spider stuff. Cornflower. I'm guessing that's this.
Scoria.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sage ceremonial bundle. They burn that to ward off evil spirits. Sometimes they do that at the office too. Blue grandma grass. Smoking mixtures. Oh, I know those berries.
Surtwood.
I have this planted outside of the church.
Jasper. I can never remember what it's called. I always call it the bush with the blueberries.
Yeah, maybe you can eat. Milkweed, soy stick, ask flower, prairie walk, prickly pear cactus, one of your favorites, prairie parsley, yucca,
I've seen the yuccas.
prairie smoke or torch flower. That's kind of cool.
Those are pretty. I haven't seen those, but I wouldn't mind seeing those. Those are cool.
Nut-tail violets. I think I've seen fields of those.
Rocks. Ooh, tiny hammer.
Rude mole heads. These are attached to a wooden handle for pounding. These were used to pound many things, including tent pegs, bones, and pemmican, beef jerky. Knife river flint. That's cool. Handheld knives, arrow shaft straightener made from animal bone. Regular hammer, stone celt. Knife made from animal scapula, shoulder blade. Cool. Buffalo hide. Oh, that's soft.
Curious, all that stuff.
Food varieties.
Silver buffalo berries. They are not silver. Why are they called silver buffalo berries?
I don't know.
I am confused by people.
Collected after a hard frost, or eaten fresh, cooked, dried. Maybe when they start out they're silver and then they turn red when they ripen.
Maybe. There's choke cherries. We've seen those.
Yeah. Garden seeds.
Those look like pumpkins.
Yep. That be pumpkin seeds, all right.
No, it says squash, which I suppose is close.
Yeah.
Obsidian. Have to drill. Ammunition. I don't know why I read that. Oh, historical. Oh, that's fun. So this is kind of how they use the different rocks. Some of them made good arrowheads, I can see. Some of them made pretty arrowheads. What'd you say, Mr. Wood?
That's okay.
Ludlow has a cave?
Yeah, it's over in the Twin Cave Hills. It was originally discovered back about the time, but the Native Americans knew about it beforehand. The
Of course
scouts
they did.
pointed it out, and they show some of the things that were found inside it.
It's kind of cool, though.
Yeah. For a long time, though, nobody could go in it except for like a total of 2 hours because of the radioactivity of the uranium that was mined nearby it.
Woo!
I think they've cleaned that up a bit, I think.
I was going to say we could go see if we can get radioactive. Man,
Hello.
don't you want to be on that light?
Oh, I like it that way. Radioactive's okay. Just close it up. You want to read your book?
Okay, now we need to go this way.
Radio.
Oh, more barbed wire.
Wireless cooker. Interesting. From Sears, of course. The kettles are then filled with hot food, which continued to cook until the owner stopped his travels for a long evening. Huh. That's kind of cool.
Early ranches. Demise of the open range.
Yep.
Is it dead? Winter.
Hanyakers.
Aren't we all Hanyakers?
Basically, what it was is that's what they called homesteaders in the time.
That's what my grandfather used to call us grandchildren.
Mm-hmm. Hanyakers. And what happened was is that their idea was to put up fences, and basically it's what killed the open range days. That's what happened up by Sulphur.
The Cook, Cowboy Life,
The winter of
Roundups.
1886 and 87 killed off a lot of cattle too.
I imagine it would.
Ranching continued on a much smaller scale. The average cattle herd consisted of 300 to 500 head. Many men from large outfits became settlers themselves and started their own places. That's what was over by the Bixby town site was the Bixby Ranch.
Yeah.
And when they
We've
brought,
seen that one, right?
yeah,
Okay.
when they brought up cattle up from Texas, some of the cattle they would sell off, and then they would try to range them in different areas and stuff like that. And of course, then once the Hanyakers started going through and limiting how people could get from A to B, then all of a sudden the days of 12,000 cattle going to market at one time. I mean, you could still see them go down the road over by Red Owl if you wanted to. That was fun, Me and Sue were on a trip up Red Owl Road, and all of a sudden there was just from fence to fence were all these cattle. So we stopped on the road and waited for a guy to show up with a horse.
I think there was only maybe 200. I don't think there was that many.
Yeah, maybe 200 tops.
Map noises.
Ranch locations, here we go.
I looked at that briefly.
Yeah, the E6, that's north of Buffalo, that's up by Ludlow. There's where I think Vesey is.
Could be. Looks about right.
And then down there is north of Belle Fourche, Alzada. Ecolaco is where one of the museums we want to go see is next.
Right.
And then there's where Capitol and Avion is. One of the other ranches right there. Interesting. Dominion Cattle Company, that's the E6.
Would you point at?
Western Ranches Limited, and they were in operation until the 1890s. Creswell Cattle Company. So yeah, these are the old boys.
Right.
Although Reynolds Brothers, I think, are still in operation, or one of the family line is. So yeah, that's kind of wild. Little Missouri Horse Company.
I want to go in the house.
Yes, I want to go see that house. Oh yes, the land of barbed wire.
All right, that is the end of that.
Trail drive. And you see where the trails went up, and we pointed out the marker about 5 times now. The Great Western Trail.
Yeah, we've got pictures of those.
Yep. Going up the Texas Chisholm Trail.
Very cool.
Used to play that game on the Texas Instruments computer.